Okay, I hope everybody is ready to talk formulas and functions because I've brought back this purchase order and I'd like to see how much it's going to cost me to buy all of these different balloons. A formula is an expression that returns a value. And if you're thinking, what the heck does that mean? Let's keep it basic and let's just say that a formula is going to use addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, or any combination of those different operators. So we're going to start by typing in a formula and figuring out how much it's going to cost me to buy these red balloons. I'd like to buy 100 of them at 5 cents a piece. And so I'm going to click on cell E3 and we're going to type our formula here. A formula always begins with the equal sign, and that is how Excel knows that we're going to type up a formula. So to get that price of the red balloons, we're going to multiply the quantity in A3 times the unit price, which is 5 cents a piece. So we're going to just type it out. Equals A3 times D3. And then we're going to hit the enter key. And you can see it's going to cost me $5 to buy the red balloons. Another way of typing in the formula, again, we're always going to start with the equal sign, is to click on the actual cells. So I'm going to click on this A4 cell, and I'm going to type in the multiplication sign on my keyboard, and then I'm going to click on D4, and it's going to multiply 150 times 5 cents. And when I hit the enter button, it's going to tell me that it's going to be $7.50 to purchase the white balloons. So those are two different ways that you can enter a formula. Now, if you have a whole long list of, say you've got 100 things on your purchase order, to do that over and over and over again is going to be extremely time consuming. So one of the great things about Excel is that you can copy and paste the formulas. So I'm going to click on cell E4, and I'd like you to look up here at the formula bar and notice that the formula is up there. So if you're just looking at the sheet and you don't know how this number came to be, you just click on that cell and look on the formula bar, and it will let you know if it's a formula or if it's just a number. Like say in D4, this is just a number, whereas this is a formula. So anyways, let's go back to copying and pasting the formulas, which we want to apply to the blue, purple, and yellow balloons. So I'm going to click on this, and you can do the Control-C on your keyboard to copy, or click on the copy button on the clipboard. And I'm going to click below it, and then I'm going to click paste. And if you want to do more than one at once, you can also do that. Select the last two cells and click paste. And it's going to paste that formula that is within those marching ants above. And again, if you want to get rid of the marching ants, just click on the escape button. So that was a really quick way for us to use formulas to get the cost of each of those balloons. The next thing that I'd like to do is get a subtotal. How much do all of these balloons cost? So I'm going to click the cell E9, and I want to add all of these cells up. So let's go ahead and type equal sign first. And we're going to want E3 plus E4 plus E5 plus E6 plus E7. I'm going to hit the enter key. So again, if you didn't notice, that would be very time consuming to type out if you had maybe 100 items in your purchase order. So there's another easier way to do this in Excel using functions, and more specifically the auto sum feature. So I'm going to hit delete and get rid of that long formula, and I'm going to show you the auto sum button. So go up to the very top into the editing group, and you'll see this little button right here, and click on the drop down feature. So you can calculate sums, averages, count numbers, the maximum and minimums of ranges with the auto sum feature. For us, we just want to use the sum feature. We want to add up the cost of all those balloons. So I'm just going to click on sum. And if you notice right here, Excel guesses. It guesses what numbers that you want to add. Usually it's right. It's not always right. So in this case, I don't have anything in cell E8, so I want to get rid of that. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to click on E3, hold down my mouse, drag it down, and go all the way to E7. So you can see I want a sum of the range E3 to E7 and hit enter. So it's going to cost me $23.75 to purchase those balloons. Now what about sales tax? I'm going to hit the equal sign again, and we're going to click on E9 times 0.0725, a little over 7% sales tax, and hit enter. $1.72. And then let's go ahead and use this auto sum feature one more time. And if you notice, it didn't know exactly what we wanted to add. So it just put one cell there. And we're going to click on cell E9 to E11, that range. And to get the total, we want to add the subtotal and the sales tax together. So we want the sum of those two numbers. Hit enter. And our total for the balloons is $25.47.